All right, so it's me unapologetically T. It is day 5. Charlotte broke her fast today, so she had 5 full days of no solids. I'm proud of her. She is 15 years old and fasted for 5 days, man. Shit, if she can do it, y'all can do it. It's not as bad as I thought it would be at all. Mind over matter, baby. Mind over matter. But literally, it's been an experience. I am a little, I'm coming off a little fatigue right now, but it's not really fatigue. It's just that I'm a little sleepy. So I talked about that yesterday. Like, the energy levels is crazy right now. So things are a little off whack for our sleep. And so I just kind of woke up. It's probably, I've been woke on and off. Like, that's the thing. Like, um, the sleep hasn't been deep. And so I've been woke on and off this morning. I think I officially woke up at 10, but I didn't get out of the bed. Matter of fact, the truth is, I didn't probably go to sleep till about 5 o'clock this morning. And then I think Charlotte or Sassy woke up, and that was about like 9 or 10. Then me and Charlotte talked a little bit this morning, and I just sat in the bed, and so I'm a little tired from that. So and I think it's like more of like I know my body should get the rest, but it's not like, oh, I'm tired where I'm actually like I can't do shit. It's more of a mental brain fog type thing. So I have just come out and talk about it, but I have been suffering from concussion from a car accident and some other things. So a lot of the concussion therapy has been helping. I can see a difference, but it's sometimes hard to see the symptoms from me having a concussion and me fasting. So I'm trying to get these symptoms out as best as possible, but I was struggling with the kind of like the brain fog when I first wake up in the morning type deal, and some sleep issues. So I just want to be transparent and clear about that. So I really can't say whether that's from the fast, just like the headaches. I can't really say that's from the fasting. But it did feel like it kind of got worse when I started fasting. I'll say that. But the baseline was headaches after the car accident, which I had never like really struggled with headaches in my past at all. So today we're on day 5. I'm gonna do my little 3-mile walk, and just kind of did a little prayer, and I also thank my body for doing what it needs to do. I've lost a lot of weight. That was the crazy part. I wasn't expecting that. I've lost 10 pounds, which I know theoretically in their grand scheme of health ideas, they deem it unhealthy, but I do know that my body is getting rid of toxins and waste. And it is starting to burn the actual fat that literally has been stored because I have been eating improper things, and so it's been storing the fat instead of burning the fat, and we're resetting that. And so I'm not alarmed by the weight loss, because I was at a standstill. Like, no matter how much I walked, no matter how much I worked out in the house, nothing was dropping. But I do think I was building muscle. So Got to take into account for that. That's why I don't be tripping off weight loss. I be trying to see where, some inches have been lost or some toning is happening. And yeah. So, but I have lost 10 pounds so far. I haven't checked today. But yesterday, I was at 10 pounds lost. Probably a lot of water weight. And once again, probably starting to burn some fat. Because they don't have no choice but to try to burn fat. And I think it's called ketones. So... anything else for day 5? I do feel like me and Charlotte is getting a better, healthier relationship, like which was happening over time anyway, all along anyway. It was going to happen anyway because of the life that I was calling in and wanting to have, but I wasn't always at first understanding how it worked. So calling in these things, like, it comes with trials and tribulations sometimes. And do you really want it sometimes? Are you really ready for it? I've said this in other videos. You going through hell if you get what you want and you ain't ready for it. That's hell. I'd much rather have, and I ain't gonna just say what I want, but what's best for me. So, because sometimes what we think we want ain't what's best for us. So I'll wait. I'll wait for it to be prepared. I'll wait for me to be prepared for it. Should I wait forever? But there's this lifetime or another. We got an eternity. So my whole goal post is to basically be my best version of myself at any given moment. And so I'm ever evolving. So each day I can only get better. But it all depends on the effort I put in. So I do a lot of energy work, and literally I be calling in stuff I'm forgetting. Like, we got a new moon coming up, and even though I haven't done I would say, even though I haven't done any intentional like, I haven't been writing or doing any rituals like that I used to do with writing with the full and the new moons, but I've still been doing it with my mind. And I be having to remember what I be calling in and stuff. That happened during the blue moon. During the blue moon, I called in some stuff, and then I forgot. Like, when some shit smacked the fuck out of me, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I did call in something that, that was a trial, that was a test. So I was literally like, it was to test my progress. Like, you sure? You sure you're ready? I feel like yesterday that was a progress report. It was a little progress report. But I don't know. I just don't feel bitter and angry like I used to at all. And even when I am, my feelings are valid, and I am knowing how to better manage it, manage my emotions and my feelings. So that's a blessing. That is a blessing. To have that gift and not know how to wield it has been our curse. Has been our curse. And it is not the emotions itself that is our curse. It is us not knowing how to utilize them to our best benefit. And we breaking curses. So, breaking curses one person at a time. So, and in some scenarios, multiple people at a time. So, all we can do is keep growing, keep glowing. I do know before I started walking, I was thinking about my spiritual awakening and how, let's see, how paranoid I woke up. Um, it was another one too, but I'll start with paranoia. So with paranoia and you're waking up paranoid, it is actually quite normal. So it's usually typically a sign that the people that you were supposed to be able to trust um, have broken that said trust. And so now you're waking up and you don't know who you can trust, and you think everybody is out to get you because, in a sense, everybody that was close to you was out to get you. And some people who haven't had to live that experience don't understand that. And although your feelings is valid, it is your responsibility to eventually get to a point where you realize that not everybody is your abuser. Um, but there is a balancing act that you have to know that your feelings is valid. Like if you getting warning signals and stuff, to honor those feelings. I think the biggest issue with waking up with the intensity, like a extreme intensity of paranoia, is if we act on it. So if I act on a complete stranger being danger to me and I haven't given them an opportunity to actually physically reveal that they are danger to me, I become a part of the problem. And I become the big problem. Even if that person truly is what you fucking see, think, feel. You gotta know when to hold and when to fold, when to flip the fucking table, and when to draw down on everybody and leave. So, literally, all of this shit is a balancing act. All of the things that we deem horrid is just literally out of whack. There are emotions and wounds that need to be addressed and healed and all that stuff. So literally what we do physically is a reflection of the spiritual. And so you dress a wound, right? You take care of a wound. So your spiritual wounds need to be addressed and taken care of. So if you're struggling with paranoia to an extreme degree, I was too. I felt like a lot of shit was out to get me. And it was because I had a life where shit, everybody close to me was out to get me, just about. Not everybody, but it was a big enough percentage where my feelings was valid. But my responses, however, was not. And so literally, if you want to be wise in this game and play this game right, literally, even if spirit is forewarning you that like somebody's not right, you can honor that by like not dealing with them. Or hello, you can honor it also by like allowing people to reveal themselves to you before you respond to act. And even if they reveal themselves, like, it's up to you whether you want to handle this for your best benefit or your detriment. And you have to make your choices in life. It is hard when you come from a space where you have had to fight all your life, but it is actually possible to like make the right choices for yourself after all those years. Realizing that every battle isn't yours to fight. I had to learn that. There's other people out here fighting battles so that you don't have to. And so some situations, you just the observer. You being protected spiritually to be told not to allow that person close to you. And I mean that like in close relationships or bonds. But if someone hasn't physically harmed you, do not respond physically. And that's just for those who are waking up that are not meant to crash out. Some are waking up and baby, you're a martyr. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it just is what it is. We signed up for roles in this, and some people signed up to be martyrs. Some people signed up to be here a long time. Some people signed up to be here a short time. Shit, some people get upgraded. Some people get taken out. Contract ended. So like literally, just it's a lot. It's a lot of different angles and scenarios. So the point is though, paranoia is actually normal. Waking up, definitely if you lived a life of extreme abuse. Being in between realms is actually normal. You're waking up. And everybody's gifts are different. So even if we got the same gift, we might utilize it or wield it different because we're unique. We're unique. But I have been reflecting on this fast a lot about these last 2 going on 3 years. It'll be officially 3 years come if I count Dante's death. If I count when I left him, shit, we going on 4. But I'm counting when I came into full awareness that, I needed to change. Holding things in and just all that stuff. So, yeah, so I'm counting that. I'm counting 11/23/2023. That was a pivotal point in my life, even though there are plenty pivotal points in my life. Yeah. I'm just grateful that I've always been able to pivot. Sometimes I sit in it, but once I'm ready, yeah, game over. I'm ready to kill this shit. And I don't mean physically. I just mean I'm ready to complete this mission. I'm ready to complete all missions that I gotta complete with no bullshit, with strategy and precision. Like I'm a learn this. Sometimes we don't realize when you starting something new, doing something new, which living a healthy life is new to me. Like that's sad to say, but is living a complete, whole, healthy life is new to me. And I've been gaining different aspects of health in different departments all along throughout life. But like I said, this is about complete and wholeness. It is new to me. So when something is new to you, you're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. You're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. And it's like people are afraid of getting it wrong. I was people. So when I say people, I'm not just down talking nobody. Like in all my videos, even in the past, like, bitch, I'm talking about myself too. I'm just a little rough. I grew up a little rough, and everything ain't gonna be flawless, or every message ain't gonna be for the same person. So my delivery is my delivery. Whether it's meant for you is the thing. So I always say, like, if it don't apply, let it fly. Shit, and if the shoe fit, wear it. But you can motherfucking take that bitch off and choose to buy some new shoes. Choose to make some new shoes. Build some new shoes. Create your own pair. Carefully curate it for yourself. Because the whole point of where we're at the point of anybody who is faking, you are revealed, period, to a person who has awakened to their consciousness, their God consciousness. Like they have awakened, like whatever they miss, it is a network of spirits and elements and things working for them for their best benefit. It's all source. That's what I call it. Like, God is all source. God is all source of everything. And so even when you pretending and you faking, whether it's with malice or not, shit, spirit protecting them. And you don't never know who is who when you faking. Cause spirit protecting them. But revealing you at the same time. So like, it's literally, that's one of the things with paranoia. I had to learn, like, baby girl, you can calm down. I know you had to handle a lot of shit on your own in the past, but like, baby girl, you can calm down. Spirit got you. Maybe you do gotta take some hits sometimes, but you gotta remember, spirit got you. Spirit got you. So when you do gotta take some hits, just remember that shit for your best benefit. You also get to a point where you ain't taking hits no more. Shit. You don't even feel that shit. You know it's an attack, but you don't even feel it. You don't even feel it. Unbothered, unfazed. So it's levels to this shit. If you woke up in paranoia, like, you will get to a point, like, you gotta honor where you at. Like, I honored where I was at. and I spoke truth about my reality during that time. And I don't feel ashamed of it no more. I don't feel embarrassed of it no more. I realize that there's a lot of people experiencing these experiences, but they're masking it. They're pushing it down deep. Like, literally, that don't make you no better than me just because I said the shit out loud. I did what most wouldn't do. So, and the purpose is for you to see that you're not alone. But some people will cringe at it because they're not ready to face themselves. And so that's what it is. And I don't really care. I did what I was supposed to do. Check. Check. Did I go off base sometimes? Did I go off course? Did I run my own script? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. Did I lose complete control? Yup. Sometimes strategically. Get the fuck. This ship is sinking. Get the fuck. Abort ship. Abort ship. This ship is sinking. And that's sometimes, a lot of times, you really can see who the fuck is who. If your ship is all sails, and everybody on that ship, for their own reasons and benefits. But when your ship start to sink, they leave you on that bitch for it to crash, burn, and drown. Then probably not your people, man. Probably not your people. So sometimes did I drive my ship strategically out of control to get some shit up off of me? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, you think you about to benefit and profit off of me? No. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'll burn all this shit down. And I'm learning too that, like, sometimes I can't have that mentality of self-destruction and self-sabotage. But you got to use discernment too. Sometimes it can be strategy. Everything serves a purpose. So literally, if you find that you have went and spun out of control and you done back some bastards up, just know that was for your benefit. As long as you can deal with the consequences of that, should go for it. Are there better ways to handle things? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. But I'm definitely on the dramatic side. We've all seen that. Literally, when I'm in public and I present shy and quiet and reserved, bitch, I'm dramatic in here. I just don't want to share it with you. I just don't want to share it with you. But it's a whole goddamn production in this bitch. And I had to quiet the noise and be selective with the access. So there's levels to this shit. There's levels to what I'm going to allow to influence my decisions. So at first it was a free fall. It's like, I don't know how to make my own choices. I need help. And a part of that aspect was true. Like, I never felt free to make choices and decisions for myself. without feeling like I told you so, or like, I know that one gonna pan out. And it's like people who have to grow up like that, you're being robbed of experiencing your life path. So a lot of people think a calling is only a calling when it's something that an experience is good. A lot of us, all of us, are being called, period. It's just life will show you which callings that you want to take. Do you want to go this route? Do you want to go this route? Do you want to go this route? Shit, I'm going the route that God paid for me. Not the route that other people think. Other people think like, oh, I would have been left. If that was my mama, I would have been left if I was going through that shit. And you would have been left and went into another hell. Like, what the fuck? You ain't finished your story out. You ain't finished your story out. And I was starting to learn that shit. Like, even with Dante. I used to tell my mama all the time, like, I ain't ready to leave yet. Because all I'm going to do is go back. I ain't finished. Like, I'm not finished here. When I'm ready and I'm finished, like, I'm going to be gone. And that shit be true. Like, when you finish with your lesson, whether it's people, places, or things, when you done, you done. Like, you gonna be done. So, to make assumptions or for me to feel bad because other people feel some type of way, like, I've blocked that. I don't give a fuck what you feel or think. That's your projection. That's you. That's not me. God set a plan up for me, set a play up for me, many plays. And some I wasn't ready for. Some I wasn't ready for yet. Some was being dangled in front of me as if they were for me, but they really won't. It was a trick. It was a trap. But God set a play for me. Multiple plays. And I'll ride this shit out. And that's all I really gotta do. I gotta ride it out. So I ain't gotta do the heavy lifting. And I'm cool with that. I needed that. Had to do the heavy lifting all my goddamn life. So I'm just grateful and thankful that my life is my life. And I try my best. I'm not flawless at it, but I try my best to not look at other people's situations and judge them too harshly, even when they fucked up. Now, if you fuck with me, I'm gonna pick your ass apart. You fuck with me, I'm gonna pick your ass apart. And then once I feel like, all right, I done picked you apart and I understand that shit, I'm gonna leave you alone, because at the end of the day, I still understand, like, shit, you fucked up from your conditioning. You tried not to rise. You didn't rise above it. So I have a poem like that. Like, if you want to go check it out, it's on my Instagram, and it's called Mother of Muses. And it's a series of poems about me viewing different things as my muse. And my haters are my muse, bruh. I've been trying to figure them out all my motherfucking life. Like, why is you so hateful? Why is you like this? And man, that poem is powerful. My haters is my muse. Like, I think that's what it's named, but I definitely know it's something like you will be able to scroll through and see the one for haters. But your hater ain't nobody but a different version of you that refuse to fucking rise above it. And when they see you, they're angry and upset that you did, not even realizing that you went through motherfucking hell to come up out of the shit you had to rise above. Like, nigga, your situation wasn't worse. Why are you even comparing, number one? So, like, it's like conditioning. We are conditioned to compare ourselves. We are conditioned to not see ourselves, to remove ourselves, like, from self. Even the way we are conditioned to view God. We're conditioned to view God outside of ourselves. What kind of sense does that make? Surely you can find God outside of yourself. However, if you can't find God within, you're going to have a hard time identifying God when God shows up. So it's like, it's conditioning. can't be mad at your ass that you was conditioned, because I was conditioned too. And God still gave me grace. God still gave me mercy. And maybe some of our haters will figure it out. They just won't be on our team. They won't be a part of our lives. They'll figure it out for themselves, and they'll find their tribe. Because that's a lot of the reason that we in situations like this. A lot of people we didn't have to deal with ain't a part of our tribe, ain't a part of our way. And not everybody is intelligent enough to be able to get along with other people that ain't like them. I feel like true intelligence, you should be able to get along with anybody or anything. I'm not talking about something that is detrimental to your livelihood. Self-preservation. Self-preservation all day. But I'm just saying, like, with shit that don't matter, we should never be divided. That was the thing. That was the thing that I woke up and was thinking about and talking about. To self, to God, whatever you want to call it. I call it source. The name interchangeable, universe, nature, shit, you, me, I, like all pronouns, nouns, adjectives, everything. Shit. You can view God in his fractal pieces, or you can view God as his whole and harness that ultimate power. You got to use discernment when to do it. When does it make sense for your best benefit? So one of the things that came to me was division, and just how we have been conditioned to be so divided. And when I woke up, I was divided. I was fractured. I was into fractal pieces, viewing parts of myself as wholes, not realizing like this is a part. This is not the whole picture. And finally getting to a space where I'm putting these pieces together. I love puzzles. I love games. If you haven't been paying attention, I love playing games. I just had to learn how to play them for my benefit, my best benefit. But shit, I've been playing games all my life. And, you know, I was built for this shit. So literally, division is purposefully conditioned into us so that you forget who you are. You forget your way. You forget yourself. You forget God. Even if you think you are close to God, if you haven't found God within you, if you haven't tapped into a source and a way to connect with God without external things, you still got some learning to do. And that's okay. We all learning. Even me, myself, still learning. Because I be talking and people be feeling like, oh, she know everything. Or she got it figured out. And it's like, no. I'm still learning, growing, glowing. I'm just not afraid anymore to publicly get it wrong and come back and say, shit, I had that wrong. That ain't feel good. I don't want to do that again. That's all wrong is. Wrong is basically a decision you made that has left you with a deficit. So sometimes you can be called to be put in a deficit situation. And you needed to go through that so that you could come up. Come up. Sometimes we got to choose to pick an evil path so that we can understand evil. We can understand evil and we can master it, but not in a domination way, but in a way to utilize evil for our best benefit, not our detriment. All things serve a purpose, and it is up to us how we choose to do it. But division has separated us from ourselves and each other. So literally, yeah, I just felt like I was so conditioned to be so removed from myself. Just never feeling like I belonged to one thing. I've talked about this when I first woke up, like when I was young, a little black girl, you know, living in a hood. um, I literally felt like I wasn't black enough for the black people, for the hood black people. And then I also knew I wasn't white. So I just felt like an outcast. I felt different. So I did, would come encounter with people that was like me, but they never got to stay long. It's for a moment. Like, all right, I'm giving you some reprieve, giving you a breath of fresh air, but later your ass gonna get put back into the pressure cooker. You're gonna get put back into the pressure cooker, so enjoy your moment. And I always had issues with, being happy, because I felt like, shit, in a blink of an eye, that shit can be gone. But now that I'm older and I'm learning emotional regulation and not just logic, because logic is is supposed to be the dominating force on this planet, but it literally isn't being used well. The logic that we're using is, in theory, people thinking that if they're smarter than the smartest person in the room, whoever deemed that person to be the smartest in the room, that's another question. Who deemed them to be the smartest? But a person will feel like if they smarter than the smartest person in the room, then that make them the smartest person in the room now. And it's like, that's not true intelligence. True intelligence does not have to compare. True intelligence is making mistakes, getting things right, but making mistakes and learning from them. Like, that's true intelligence. Learning from them in the ways that you need to, because that could vary for each individual person. So it's just a lot. The logic that we have been taught is everything been ass backwards. It's been perverse, distorted, twisted, and turned it. So it's our job to straighten this shit out. And you got to do that shit within you. You can't go to the family dinner and try to make the whole family, who you grew up knowing was racist, not racist anymore. But what you can do is set boundaries and say, hey, look, I'm not you. I'm not racist like you. I'm not contributing to this shit. I'm not supporting this shit. And you can cut ties. You can set soft boundaries first. And then if it is not aligned with you, you must cut ties. Everybody born into families are not necessarily, belong in that bloodline. They do and they don't. Like, you belong in your bloodline for a reason. You came there to break the cycles and create your own legacy to clean the bloodline. The bloodline gets cleaned out through you. You creating your own family, whether that be biological or you finding like-minded people and uniting. You get to clean your bloodline, and you get to have a pathway for those who are worthy to come through that new bloodline. So you are meant to be in your bloodline, but you are not meant to be behaving and acting like them forever. You conditioned as a kid. Sure, you're going to have some shit that get on you, and you got to work through it, but you don't have to stay like that. So, and it's vice versa. Even when we wake up, we be trying to wake the family up that we know damn well don't want to wake up. Motherfuckers been sleeping, don't want to wake up. Matter of fact, some of them ain't even there. You just talking to an empty vessel that spirits flow in and out of. They ain't in control of that vessel. They pop in maybe like 2 or 3 times a year, just so you can have some familiarity with them, just so it can bait you back into thinking, oh, that's the person I used to love. Man, that person been gone. They traveled on somewhere else. They couldn't take it. They could not take it. They done found somewhere else to be. So I literally just felt like division. Work it out within yourself and watch it manifest like outwardly. I also feel like if You are wanting to change the world within yourself, and you will start to see your world change. We give too much power that these motherfuckers got control over us when you control your life. You control your life if you so do choose to. And your experiences will literally change the moment you start to make better decisions for yourself. So, yes, we want the whole world to experience this, but how do you get the whole world to experience it? Is by showing them. Like, you do it and yourself. And then aid someone else. But you're not here to save. And when I say save, I mean you're not here to like give yourself up to somebody else's detriment. I mean to your detriment. You're here to aid. You're here to guide people back to themselves. Not to be stuck on stupid on you. That's what I have a problem with a lot of leadership in this country, in this world. It is grandiose. It puts people on pedestals. It loses the plot that it is about the people and not about an individual. True leadership guides you to your best self, not a carbon copy of them. And I think a lot of current leadership and the way that it's taught is to create groups and societies where we're all conforming and acting the same. And we are individuals. We're individuals. And the moment someone is trying to get you to act exactly like them, that is brainwashing and conditioning. As a parent, I have to be careful. And I'm learning and unlearning things that I've, been trying to get my child to act in certain ways that I would. And it's like, but that's not who she is. And she got her own path and journey that she's about to venture on soon. She's about to have to experience life without mommy holding her hand anymore. And she's going to have to be able to think quick and pivot and be herself. And I already knew since she was a little baby, she was going to be okay. Looked her in her eyes and knew, like, God gave me something powerful. So I literally knew. And I prayed over her my whole pregnancy. Constant. I prayed over her whole life. And I still see moments where I feel like I think she's supposed to be thinking like me. And it's like, number one, you 36, she 15. Like, y'all not gonna think the same. Number two, it's your job to plant the seed and that this is a better way. But it's not your job to force that on her all the time. It's certain, you gotta use your discernment, because if it's something that is gonna hurt her, then yes, surely I literally have to intervene and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna allow you to do that. But she's getting to an age where I'm not gonna be around to always be able to think for her or be. Surely, spiritually, she'll always be in my protection. I don't give a fuck no matter where I go in life. Like, Charlotte is a person that she's a spirit, a piece of God that I would always love to do life with. Whether she's my mother, I'm her daughter. I would like to be a part of her life in any lifetimes. So I really do know that she's covered spiritually by me and most importantly, God. So, but if you don't allow your children to have to think and navigate for themselves, they literally grow up confused and they allow other people to navigate for them. So I've been trying to make sure that I kind of fall back sometimes, like not trying to talk her to death and not trying to sway her thinking, but also still being a parent and guiding her the right way. So it's a balance in that. But I am literally fatigued. I'm fatigued. I'm probably about a mile away from getting back to the spot. So there's been a lot of thoughts, but division has been one of those ones that is so counterproductive. We are different types of people, but the way that division has been taught to us has been detrimental. We all can live life in our own ways and still have love and respect for each other. And the only time that we are supposed to intervene is when someone is causing harm to someone else. So, and they're innocent. So, literally, life is sorting itself out through us. So, continue to do the work, continue to keep your faith in God. And we got this. We got this. But I'm heading on out, and I'm going to use this last mile to connect with God. That bird is so pretty. Oh, there's so much sweat. Whew. But yeah, it's a drizzling too, and it feels good. Rain on me. The song was sad, but I mean this in a positive way. Whew. All right, I'm gone. I'm going to have to tap back in. Well, I wasn't tapped out, but I'm going to focus more back in. So.